street faking.
This is the Puckipuppy Boxer. It is a Class 2 e-bike with full suspension and a rather large seat. It has a right-handed thumb throttle with a 7-speed Shimano drivetrain and 750 watt rear hub motor. There are 5 levels of assist that you can select with these buttons. You can also turn the lights on and off here, as well as use the horn. The tires are 26 by 4 inches wide. There are mounts up front and in the back, as well as some for a bottle cage. Time to go see how it rides. Okay, it's time to see how fast this thing goes. I'm going to start using throttle only and see where that takes me. For a top speed, I'm up to 16 already, almost to 20. There is 20. We'll see if it cuts off there. 21, and it feels like it's about topped out right around 20 to 21. Now we'll see what it can do while pedaling. Going to shift all the way up on the drivetrain to help it out and see where it ends up with a little more effort put in. I am up to 23, 24, trying a little harder now, 25, slightly downhill, 26, 27, and hitting 28. See if it has any more in it if I try a little more, and I'm hitting 32 right here. Oh, 33, that's my max for now. As I was pedaling harder there, I could feel the suspension moving up and down a little bit, but it was better than the last Puckipuppy that I rode. I also noticed that the seat post is a little bit short for me at 6 feet tall, so if I was going to do a lot of hard pedaling on it, I would want to get a longer one. Hannah is going to test it out on our mountain bike trails in the woods, starting it off with a bit of a surprise over that jump. I think the seat is a little bit too high right now for her in the woods. That's where a dropper post really comes in handy, and you really get used to those when you have them on a mountain bike. These trails are not in the best shape right now, but should be a good test if she can handle it in the tight woods over stuff like that. A little log, but handles it all right and continues on into the tighter turns. This is where the power is a little bit tricky since it's hard to control around the corners, but she does a really nice job there. Are you using the throttle or just the pedals?
Just the pedals.
Just the pedals. That makes it even more challenging, so it must work well or she's getting better with this kind of bike. What assist level are you in?
3.
And she's in 3. Usually 3 just wants to take off and go faster than you really want to go, but she's keeping it under control. Having full suspension and fat tires definitely makes terrain like this easier. It's going to soak up the bumps and be more stable while providing more traction than a skinny, rigid bike. Let's see how that suspension really does through the rock garden here. Smooth enough? Smooth enough. Little log crossing there. How'd that one feel? A little clunky, she says. Okay, here comes the hill test. See if she can just pedal right on up this. And it makes it no problem. Now she's going to use throttle only, and it's slowing down, but barely making it up to the top. Now she's going to try no run, all throttle. Let's see what it can do. Starts off all right, but it's already slowing down. I don't think it's making that. Now let's see how far you can get if you pedal from there. Okay, pedal as hard as you can. See if it can make it. It's looking good so far. And she's up. So what do you think? How does it compare to the other similar bikes that you've ridden?
I actually don't mind the bars, which I think that is part reason why I was having a better time turning. I usually can't handle the assist in 3. Usually it's in 1 or 2, so that was a plus. But the suspension's a little clapped out for me. But however, I do have this nice cushy seat.
It's my turn now, and I'm going to start off with something a little more technical, as you can see. Let me try that again. Oh boy, there we go. It is a bit hard to control the speed through stuff like that because the power just wants to keep going, and if you slow down a little bit with the brakes, it shuts off, and it's hard to get it to go again when you need it. So a little extra challenging through rocky lines like that. Let's see how the suspension feels with a little log tap. A little clunk clunk. Time to jump this puppy a little bit. Oh yeah, perfect style too. But what about a tree fakie? That's the most important thing. So I'm guessing you'll be able to hear it because I sure hear it and feel it, but the fork makes a very loud top out noise whenever the front wheel comes off the ground, and the further you go into the travel, the harder it's going to rebound. Makes for a bit of a surprise when you bring that front wheel up. Probably not a big deal if you're not getting the front tire off the ground, but definitely noticeable whenever you do. Time for a drop test. Let's see how that rear suspension feels. Ooh, pretty harsh landing, but the rear feels a little stiffer than the front. Okay, it's my turn to hit the trails now. See how it handles on assist level 5, and I'm in the lowest gear on the drivetrain to help it out a little bit more. Should have more torque out of the corners for more control, and it actually doesn't seem to be getting away from me as much as some of the other bikes would. They would really just take off, and I guess it does. It just takes a hair longer maybe, which actually makes it easier to control on stuff like this. It feels a little more at home on something like this. I'm off-road, it's a little bumpy here and there, but it's nice and wide, pretty straight, and the tires don't have to come off the ground, so the suspension can help soak up those bumps along with the tires, and you can cruise as fast as you really want to. If you want to find out more about this bike and get a deal on it, check out the link and the discount in the description below.